Bonjour. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at talking about the weather in French. So to ask what the weather's like, it's quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? So you can see that you can say, for example, here there are three things you can say. Il fait beau, il y a du vent, il pleut. So some ways of talking about the weather, you've got the structure il fait with an adjective. Others would be il y a du vent, there's some wind. And others, it requires a verb, just like in English. It snows, it's snowing, it rains, it's raining. So il pleut, it's raining. Okay, so now we're going to look at we're going to look at il fait, il y a, and the verb. So ways of saying the weather with il fait, ways of saying it with il y a, and also the when you need to use a verb. Okay, so in English, when we want to describe the weather, we use an adjective like it's nice, it's sunny, it's cold, it's warm, even things like it's windy. That's an adjective. But in French, when you use an adjective, they use il fait, not it is, but il fait. You can think of it as meaning it makes, but really it means it's from il fait. He makes, as in the il being God. So il fait beau, il fait chaud, il fait froid, il fait mauvais. So nice, warm, cold, bad. You can also use il fait with nouns. So il fait du vent, il fait du soleil. So he makes wind, he makes sunshine. So some sun, some wind, du vent, du soleil. I mean, the word for sun in French can be du, de la, de l'apostrophe, or day. It's just a coincidence that le vent and le soleil, so the wind and the sun, when you want words which singular, which say le, these become du when you want to say sun. So it's just a coincidence. It could be that there's some kind of weather that wouldn't be du. It's just that the ones that we're looking at, they're all happen to be du, like du vent, du soleil. Okay, so if we look again at the il fait with an adjective. Il fait beau, it's nice. How do we say it's quite nice or very nice? So quite would be assez, and very très. So you can say il fait assez beau, il fait très beau, and the same for all of them. Il fait assez chaud, or il fait très chaud, with all of those. Okay, so we look again at il fait with a noun. Il fait du vent, il fait du soleil, il fait du brouillard. If you want to say it's very for these, so it's if it's very windy, if it's very sunny, if it's very foggy, then we use beaucoup. But what happens is that you don't say il fait beaucoup du vent, du soleil, du brouillard. These, the du becomes de. So basically he makes a lot of wind, he makes a lot of sun, he makes a lot of fog. Just gonna read them out. So, il fait beaucoup de vent, il fait beaucoup de soleil, il fait beaucoup de brouillard. Okay, so this is supposed to be a thermometer. Sorry, I didn't have time to do my research on what a thermometer actually looks like. But you've got the extremes here between très chaud and très froid, and some other expressions, some other words in between. So we've got moving down, we've got très chaud, then we've got chaud at 20 degrees, or 20 degrés. 15 degrés, that would be doux, that's like mild. And then we've got 13 degrés, that would be frais. Frais would be sort of cool or chilly, but not really cold. So if you had like un vin blanc frais, un vin blanc bien frais, that would be a chilled white wine. So you know, it's not really cold. 10 degrés, froid, that's cold, and 0 degrés, très froid, very cold. Okay, so now we're going to look at actually talking about the precise temperature. Okay, so to talk about the temperature, in English we say it's 20 degrees, or it's 20 degrees centigrade or 20 degrees Celsius, to kind of differentiate it from Fahrenheit. In French, they only really think in centigrade, so you don't have to specify that it's actually centigrade. So you can just say il fait 20 degrés. So il fait 20 degrés. So again, il fait, like he makes, not il est. You don't say il est 20 degrés, il fait 20 degrés. So all you do is say that and put in the precise number. Okay, so when we come to look at expressions which require il y a will be with nouns. So we've got the noun there is. So you've got singular nouns, il y a du soleil, du vent, du brouillard, or plural, des nuages. So there's sunshine, there's sun, there's wind, there's fog, there are clouds. So in English we use adjectives. It's sunny, it's windy, it's foggy, it's cloudy. But let's have a listen to these. So il y a du vent, il y a du soleil, il y a du vent, il y a du brouillard, il y a des nuages. So just as in English we use verbs to say it's snowing, or it snows, it's raining, or it rains, then the corresponding way of saying that in French is also used with verbs. So il pleut, il neige. I mean, you can also say it was raining, it has rained, it will be snowing, it was snowing, you know, it snowed. So I want to just stick to the present simple to keep it simple, because you know, once you looked at the other tenses from the past, and maybe even the future, then you know, you'd be able to take the verb, whatever it is, and then just you know, work out how to put these verbs into the particular tense. Okay, but I'm just trying to keep it simple with just in the present simple. So we've got some other expressions. We've got le ciel est bleu or le ciel est dégagé. So these basically the sky is clear. So the sky is blue or the sky is cleared. So I mean there aren't any clouds. Le ciel est gris or le ciel est couvert. So the sky is grey or the sky is covered. So two ways of saying the same thing. So either the grey or covered, overcast kind of thing. Okay, so if we look at in French, you've got two sentences here. Je travaille dans un bar. Je travaille en ce moment. So this is basically I work in a bar and I'm working in this moment right now. So you see that just once in English, in French you've got je travaille, that's just present tense. But it covers two tenses in English, so like I work in a bar. It's not what I'm doing now, it's kind of in general, but I'm working in this moment. That's what you're doing right in the moment. So in French you can express the weather in general, or the weather that's happening right at this moment. So here we can see some examples of describing the weather in general and describing what's happening right now. So, en général, il pleut souvent à Manchester. Il pleut, it rains, souvent, often, in Manchester. En hiver, in winter, Canada, in winter in Canada, il fait très froid, so it's very cold in Canada in winter. Il y a souvent du vent à Chicago, Windy City. Il y a souvent, there is often wind in Chicago, so it's often windy in Chicago. And then, if I look out the window, and I could say, il pleut en ce moment. Il fait froid aujourd'hui. So il pleut en ce moment. En ce moment, it's raining right now. Il fait froid aujourd'hui, so it's cold today. Il y a du vent maintenant. There's wind now, so it's windy now. So we've seen that also a thing to note is some of the things which take il y a du vent, il y a du soleil, il y a du brouillard. These can also take il fait. So you can either say il fait du vent or il y a du vent. It's optional. Okay, so hopefully you've learned something from this. And à la prochaine.